SSSR went to goes to Tobu School, Doshisha. Yeah, he went to one of the schools that like one of our players go to, and I think currently their best player is Rimu, who's like a Min player.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, Smash Beat, right? Okay, going into this match, we're seeing Min versus Sephiroth. Both actually both fighters pass 2 characters, but very different in nature when it comes to like space. When it comes to like their way of fighting, because Min's more like her limb is just naturally long, as Sephiroth's using a tool to like hit like from far away, and exactly. And he covers a lot more trajectory with like, because he has both stab and a slash type attack. And so the other one is just mostly like, just punching, or like just sort of like, punching is kind of like stab in this case. Like, like, yes? Gotcha. Against Masa. Masa Ame on here, so it's the raw player. Awesome. Okay, so White Lane gets the first stock with a great read on Zone's aggressive recovery. Unfortunately, the thing about this matchup is that Sephiroth shouldn't have too bad of a time, theoretically speaking, because he's got a amazing range and can go off stage as well and just extend his edge guard. Absolutely, grabbing ledge is the terrible part for that character, because Min is really hard, because like Min's Ram is insane. But again, you always have to second guess whether Sephiroth's gonna, yeah, this is game on. Sephiroth's gonna charge and then use if it's gonna use Octoslash or just Blade Dash. So you really have to just guess it. Like here, for instance, that setup was like. Good thing though is that when you go high percentage, Sephiroth gets to stall his recovery by just keeping a jump, or just like mix up the timing even. So, and because of that, we get to see how White Lane is having a significant lead in this winners round 3, game 1. But Zone is, we cannot sleep on Zone. Zone has been always like winning, like he's always so close to winning Smash Beat or Seanmit. He's always at like the cusp of grabbing it, but like he's just missing it by like going against players, just that one player. Like whether like most, I think the last time he lost to Tobu in Losers. Oh, it's Smash. Okay. Yeah, the last one that you went to. Why don't plays Paul Grip? Okay. He must be like an OG. He's an OG melee player, maybe. But if we're talking about an interesting, way of like grabbing a controller, or like the grip on the controller, we have a man who's on the Smashbox, so shout out to him. He's out here advertising, the function, he's like just rating it, he's just helping it. When characters came out, okay. Oh. Then I think the more and more as we like figure out, as the more and more we play, we get to realize how the problem with the left joystick on a GameCube controller, I'm trying to show everyone, is that unless Procon loses out on the fact that it doesn't have a notch. So whenever you try to tilt like your attacks, it will never be consistent as to what was it. And then you would have with GameCubes, like for instance with Pikachu as Nisam shown in Low Tier City. What was that? Low. It's like something. I think this one was called something different. It was like Low Tier. So we have game one ending with Wineland taking the first game. Sorry for like deviating from the topic of it. Who won? You lost? Oh no. Diodoku on it. Let's just. Yeah. Yeah, you take the comps.
Sephiroth. Min-Min. Three, two,
Oh well. Guess I'm commentating.
go!
We're going into our game two. FD, interestingly. Oh, okay. Zone was the one who counterpicked FD. Now Sephiroth really has to try hard to mix up the landing, but Min-Min's arms stretch out from the middle of the stage. Both blades can reach far. I think even without using Dragon Laser. So we'll see how Zone catches landing of Shirone once he juggles. But Jordan's really playing the green game really well. Oh, going for a very committal read right there. S-Smash, but doesn't get punished for it. And the game looks relatively even on percentage, very, like only 0.4% difference between the two players. Zone is trying to set up something with the Nair, with the back hit of Nair. But, oh, Sephiroth's getting the super armor. What I'm realizing is that Whiteland is really killing the auto cancel with the up air. He's just double jumping up, double jump up airing, and then the moment like Sephiroth's statue is just up straight, he's coming down. It's really like he just knows how to like land with this character. He's just exploiting on Zone's lack of options, especially when Sephiroth has the wing with both super armor and large hitboxes. We'll see how Zone plays neutral from here. I can't hear you. I'm sorry. I need to. Oh, wait, what'd you say?
Spacing very well. He's avoiding all the full options.
I think we're a little too close.
Struggling to kill Sephiroth. Should be dead.
Sephiroth? Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. That megawatt just stays for eternity. Oh my gosh. Taking that stock. Okay. Pretty close still. Just like that. Dash dance into dash. Oh, Whiteland doing really well with the tether recovery. I really thought he would die there, but Zone is just I think I messed up both players, but sorry for that. Again, Zone is we are seeing neutral between these two players. Putting pressure so that like Zone cannot just recover with just a lazy up B. But at that point, it's not even lazy. It's like the only option he can take right there. Massive damage, 72. What just looked like a very even, at the very least, like a very doable game too. Like having like being at a stock deficit and a percent deficit, and that's how the game ends. Wyland takes winners round 3 in a 2-0 fashion, and congrats to both. GG's to both players.